afternoon. This is Glenn Andrews, and I run a apparel business called Heroes and Kings, and also I'm a personal trainer. I used to be a general manager of a lot of facilities, and now just strictly personal training. This space behind me is my home gym. I have stuff in the backyard. I have stuff in the garage, a lot of CrossFit stuff, air bikes, rowers, plyometric stuff. But that's not what this is about. Uh, I just had my 61st birthday in August, and most of the guys I grew up with, we're all hitting our 60s now. The majority athletic, workout, still take care of ourselves. Health challenges here and there. We've lost a few brothers this year. I just saw where Brian passed away, and definitely aware of aging and getting older. But for the most part, most of us, me, Mark, Vince, Terry, as 60-year-olds, and remember when we was in our 20s and 30s, looking at 60-year-olds, they weren't doing what we were doing. So we're kind of, like I told Marcus, my good friend Marcus Coney, we're kind of, and my brother, I just spoke to my brother, we're going into some uncharted territories for men in their 50s, 60s, in pretty good shape, and just kind of living life and just taking advantage of everything life has to offer. uh, I'm an entrepreneur, Morehouse man, MBA, Six Sigma, 4 fitness certifications. I've written about 9 or 10 books. My kids have created covers and came up with ideas, and we've created journals off of that. Most stuff I write about is about my experiences as a young boy, teenager, young adult, now married with 2 kids who have also gone on to college. One about to graduate, the other has already graduated. Married 27 years. So I have some life experiences. I'll say again, just had my 61st birthday. I grew up in Southern California, so I know about that life as well. But we're not going to talk about that. Now live in Hiram, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. But what I really want to put out there today, outside of the many things I can do drops on and talk about and kind of speak to it from experience. So uh, back running gyms, I used to run a gym, and one of the trainers there, top trainers there, was Elmore McConnell. He's here in Atlanta. I think he go by We Train Atlanta. That's his business. One of the most fantastic young brothers that I've come in contact with in my whole life. I'm a mentor as well, so I talk to a lot of young men between the ages of 16 to 70. And Elmore is one of those individuals that I have a special place for him wherever we get in contact and talk and do things, because every now and then you have conversations with someone, and they'll gift you something just in something they've said, something they've done, and they'll just drop something on you. That's why it's important to be around that idea of being around 5 to 6 people who are doing what you're doing or doing more, and y'all contributing to each other on a vibration level and on a frequency level as well. But those who know me, they know I eat like a salad with chicken just about every day, Sunday through Saturday. And this particular time, I was running this gym over in Midtown Atlanta, and I forgot my fork and I forgot my salad dressing. And Elmore, who top trainer there, top trainer now, and the other one of the things I know, he has custody of his daughter. So I know how this brother move. I see how he train in the gym, how he talk to his clients. I just know what kind of individual person he is, and he has a military background. So, and I have a fondness for folks in the military and law enforcement, especially those that's doing it right. And forgot my fork and forgot my salad dressing that day. And I told Elmore about it as he was finishing up training. Elmore, as he was finishing up training, and I was running the gym. And man, I forgot my fork, my salad dressing for my salad. And we were not too far from, I think the restaurant was the Five Seasons. And he's like, hey, we can walk right down to this restaurant, ask them for a fork, ask them for a salad dressing, and let them tell you no. Like, nah, bro, we can't walk down to some other restaurant and ask them for a fork and ask them for some salad dressing. That just don't seem right. He said, you know what? From where I'm from Alabama, and my mom's from Alabama, and what I have to do to get to where I'm at now, I'll let no one tell me no. No human being can tell me no. And if they do tell me no, and I'm not asking for something outlandish, they got to explain to me why they can't do this at the moment, especially if I'm willing to pay for it or just kind of make a concession right here. I might have been delayed for whatever reason. We all want to be on time, and if it's something we have, it's timely. You don't want to make exceptions and get folks used to being late or uncomfortable. But anything in this world, if it's an opportunity or something I need, somebody got to tell me no, because the only time someone can't tell you no is when they no longer here. And in my mind, I'm thinking, man, really, the only time something is too late is when it's 6 feet under, or the individual who is you can't talk to someone, they're gone. You can't apologize to someone, they're gone. So the only time it's too late that something can't get fixed is when the situation is totally dead. But me and Elmore walked down to this restaurant. Uh, the manager was there and they was working on some new items in the menu. I told him my situation. He said, "Oh," and he said, "Oh yeah, sure. Here's a fork. Here's some salad dressing. Oh, we're trying this new veal or some type of new meat dish. Hey, you want to take a sample of it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And literally from that interaction, anytime thereafter, I was meeting a client, doing a get together, or wanting some folks to have a happy hour or a brunch, I would invite them to that restaurant. That's one part, just for what that manager did. The second part of that is what Elmore said. It's like, bro, you don't never tell yourself no. When you look in the mirror and there's something you want to do in this world, you don't tell yourself no. You let the world tell you no and give you the reasons why. Other than that, all bets are off. Don't let nobody in this world tell you no. They got to explain to you how come they can't help you with this situation, or how come I'm right here and I'm not trying to ask for too much that you can't assist me or help me. Especially when it's something where it can change a person's life and change their life trajectory, or just something as small as me needing a fork and salad dressing for my salad. And now I'm sending this restaurant business all the time. And we tip well. Anybody that goes out with me and the folks I'm around, we tip very well. So that right there was added business to that restaurant. Plus, those folks I sent to that restaurant, they would recommend or refer folks to that restaurant as well. So the short of this long story is, don't ever let anyone deny you or tell you no if it's something you need that's going to make you better, improve you, make just move your life in a different direction. Don't tell yourself no. It's one thing for folks to say no, but don't tell yourself no. It's 50-50 until you open up your mouth and ask. And it goes back to that saying of a closed mouth don't get fed. And that's true. A closed mouth don't get fed. And if you ask and it's no, okay, that individual externally have told you no, but don't you tell yourself no. Don't ever tell yourself no. Don't deny yourself. 61 years old, grew up in Southern California, was an athlete, got hurt playing football, still can play baseball, was at Morehouse. When a couple of my friends who were playing pro ball came through on their different teams, and they'd say they dropped some little dimes on me about what's going on in professional sports, which I see a lot of it to this day. NBA after that, working banking, working supply chain, pretty much retired. Now I just train folks and run gyms, and so and the apparel company. And so I do not let anything deny me. If it's an idea I have, I'm gonna do it. If it's something that has past mind that I wanted to do, I'm gonna do it. I got a Datsun 280Z with an O2 Corvette motor in it because I know how to work on cars. I decided to build it. Waiting for my son to finish school. Once he's finished school, then money can go to that, and I can go ahead and finish it up. And we'll talk about that too, because I saw something about people on the guys building dunks, young brothers building dunks, and some other folks in other communities building dunks. The whole car thing with men and young men particularly, and folks saying, "Oh, you're wasting money on that car. You're not gonna get your money back." I wouldn't even worry about that because you only live once. And there's cemeteries around this world, and places where there's folks that's buried with regrets. Don't be buried with regrets. Live your life. If you want to build you a hot rod, motorcycle, house, cabin, boat, go for it. You fail, try again. If you fail and you learn your lesson, it's not what you want to do, pivot and do something else. But it's your life. Don't let nobody tell you no, and definitely don't tell yourself no, and don't live this life with regrets. Do not do it. So that's my little 10-minute spiel for today. And what I'm saying, this is literally how I move. It's literally how I physically move, professionally move, and personally move. And you can ask anybody that knows me, been around me for this last 50 something years. Because I can remember everything since I was 8 years old, just observing and seeing how the world rotates and evolves and moves. And I've seen enough generations of individuals to know for the most part we ain't changed that much. Maybe a little bit more sophisticated with all this technology. The human beings are still as primitive as ever. So we're gonna leave that there. But don't never tell yourself no. Never tell yourself no, and don't live with any regrets. Glenn Andrews, Heroes and Kings. Heroes and Kings Apparel, personal trainer, coach, mentor, teacher. Going into uncharted territory, grown ass man, 61, and all my G's that I grew up with. We got to document that because a lot of some of this stuff I see with some older cats, I don't know, and a lot of some of this stuff I see with some of these younger cats, and a lot of this emotion, I don't know. But everybody has their own lane. This is G.